Hello, everybody. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and here at Kirtland Community College, Kirtland teams up with River House to launch balloons in memory of all the victims that can't be here to share it with us, and to honor those that have survived and go on and strive to be great. Our first speaker will be Ken Forrester.
Thank you. If you haven't met me before, I'm the Director of Public Safety here at Kirtland. And on behalf of River House Shelter, Domestic Crisis Services, and Kirtland Community College, I would like to welcome you here today. By your presence here this morning shows your concern for the crime of domestic violence. I'd like to thank Mark Allen and his staff for providing refreshments today for us. I'd also like to thank all that are here assisting with this program today. And finally, thanks, Trish, for helping out in all that you do. As she said before, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. With that, I'd like to give you a quick overview of what today represents. Began over 2 decades ago in scattered communities as an advisable gesture of support for survivors and victims of domestic violence. Today, it has become one of the most recognized symbols of the battered women's movement, the purple ribbon. Across the country, families and friends of victims have adopted the purple ribbon to remember and honor their loved ones who have lost their lives at the hands of a person they once loved and trusted. Shelters and local battered women's programs use the ribbon as awareness about the crime of domestic violence in their communities. The display of purple ribbons throughout a community conveys a powerful message that there are no room for domestic violence in homes, neighborhoods, workplaces, schools, and so forth. I ask each one of you raise awareness for domestic violence and display a purple ribbon. Some things I want to share with you are some statistics that we've come up with. Quite unbelievable, some of them. FBI reports that every 9 seconds a woman is battered. Every day in the U.S., more than 3 women are murdered by their husbands or boyfriends. National Center of Domestic Violence reports domestic violence is a leading cause of injury for women in the United States. 3 to 4 million are battered each year. Battering accounts for 25% of female suicides. More women are treated in emergency rooms for battering than non-marital rape, muggings, and traffic accidents combined. Around the world, at least 1 in 3 women have been beaten, coerced into sex, or otherwise abused during their lifetime. 40% of the teenage girls aged 14 to 17 report knowing someone their age who has been hit or beaten by a boyfriend. 1 in 5 female high school students report being physically or sexually abused by a dating partner. Violence is a reason stated for divorce in 22% of the middle-class marriages. It is estimated that 25% of the workplace problems, such as absenteeism, low productivity, turnover, and excessive use of medical benefits, are due to family violence. Nearly 25% of women and 7.6% of men were raped or physically assaulted by a current or former spouse or partner at some time in their lifetime. Of females killed with a firearm, almost 2/3 were killed by their intimate partners. Nearly 3 out of 4 Americans personally know someone who has been beaten by a victim or is a victim of domestic violence. 74% of the women who are killed by domestic violence had attempted to leave their abuser. Many of these women are murdered with a restraining order still in place. The children of abused women, studies suggest that up to 10 million children witness some form of domestic violence annually. Though mothers often think they have succeeded in hiding their victimization from their children, 3.3 million children between the ages of 3 and 17 are exposed to parental abuse. Violent juvenile offenders are 4 times more likely to have grown-ups in homes where they saw violence. They have grown up in these homes. Children who have witnessed the violence at home are also 5 times more likely to commit or suffer violence when they become adults. 78% of men who abuse their spouses also abuse their children. A lot of statistics there, but those statistics in mind, I'd like to leave you with this. Domestic violence affects every one of us. It impacts us as a community, no matter where it occurs. It is the responsibility of every person in the community to prevent domestic violence. If you are aware of someone who is a victim of domestic violence, you must do something to help. Look up the number of the shelter in your area. Give them that number. Call that number. Don't turn away from it. Call your local shelter. Ask what you can do to help. Volunteer, fundraise, and donate. On behalf of Kirtland Public Safety, I would also like to announce that we try to assist and help any way we can. Every semester we offer SHARP classes, and SHARP is an acronym for Sexual Harassment and Rape Prevention. Just so happens we have one of those classes coming up December 10th, Tuesday, 1 to 3 p.m. in that room right over here. Wednesday, November 11th, from 10 till 12 p.m., same location. You can sign up on the Kirtland website, kirtland.edu/public safety. That's all you have to do, no cost to anyone. I'd like to see you there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ken. Our next speaker will be the youth advocate from River House Domestic Violence Shelter, Stephanie Hansen.
Thank you for joining us today. We greatly appreciate your participation and support. Now, we're all here to help bring awareness We're all here to help spread awareness about domestic violence. Now, you might be thinking domestic violence is more so married couples, people that live together, and you might be asking, how does it even apply to me? What does it even matter to me? However, over half of the college students that reported in being abused in a dating relationship said that they experienced that abuse while they were in college. Now, as I go along today, when I use the term dating, I'm referring to any intimate relationship, whether it's long-term, short-term, exclusive, casual, serious or not. The term abuse is referring to a wide range of physical, emotional, sexual, verbal, and controlling and isolating behaviors. A national survey of college students between the ages of 18 and 29 found that nearly 1 in 3 college women reported being abused in their relationships. Now, let's take a moment and look at these balloons. Look at the white ones, that is symbolizing that 1 in 3. So keep that in mind when we go outside later for the balloon launch. Maybe take a moment, if you're the one holding the white balloon, take a moment and think about that 1 in 3 women who have been abused. Now, domestic violence and dating abuse isn't just a women's issue as well. 17% of college men had reported experience abuse in their dating relationships. Abuse doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, gay, straight, or bi. It doesn't care what race you are. It doesn't care if you have money or if you don't. Abuse is abuse. In that exact same survey, 70% of those who said they were abused said they did not realize it at the time. How in the world can 70% of people not realize they're being abused? Well, a big part of it is not knowing what exactly the different forms of abuse are. It's not always physical, like being slapped, hit, or pushed down a flight of stairs. You know, you can't always see it. It's not going to be obvious like a black eye or a swollen lip. Abuse can also include controlling behaviors, like preventing you from spending time with friends or family, or telling you which friends you can and cannot hang out with. It can be a matter of jealousy and preventing you from participating in a study group. Or how about telling you what classes you can and cannot take, or making sure you take all the same classes they're in so they can keep an eye on you. It can also be verbal abuse, which might be, first thing that pops in your head is yelling. Yes, that's a form, but how about insulting you, belittling you, making fun of you in front of their friends, making fun of you in front of your own friends and family. It can also include sexual abuse, such as pressuring you to do more than what you're willing to do, demanding sex because, you know, you did it before, we got to do it again, and even rape. And there's also threatening behaviors, such as threatening to kill or hurt themselves if you leave, threatening to kill or hurt you, your loved ones, even pets. Now, with technology lately, there's another form of abuse that not everybody considers abuse, and that is abuse using technology. I mean, that can be going through your phone and your computers, checking to see who you're talking to, what you're saying, making sure you're not, you know, giving out any details you're not supposed to. How about blowing up your phone with excessive calls and text, you know, keeping tabs on you, telling you you need to respond to them, or if you don't answer in time, you're doing something. Totally know you're cheating. You didn't answer the phone. And, you know, a lot of times when you're in an intimate relationship with somebody, you might have private text. You might have private pictures that you send each other. That can also be used against you. It could be, hey, you know, if you break up with me, I'm going to send all these pictures you sent me. I'm going to send them to your parents. I'm going to let so-and-so know. Oh, the entire school's going to find out. In fact, this morning on social media, I found, and this is an actual post of a text that this guy sent his girlfriend. No boys, no drinking, no boys. No drinking, no boys, no drinking. Okay, I'm gonna skip down a little bit because he says that a lot. Please be smart. I know you will, dang it, but please be smart. This is really hard for me because I've always been tremendously good, and I'm a good person, and I've never gone to a party. The party is not and will not ever be more important than me. You better know what you are doing. Please don't do anything to ruin us. I know you won't buy, sorry, there's some typos in here. I know you won't buy it, but remember that, I know you won't, but a reminder never hurts. Around 9:30, you better text me. Then you will be home. Have fun. I love you bunches. I don't know why I'm even allowing this, but whatever, go. No boys, no drinking, and I love you. There's another text. And you are going to call me tonight, and I'm getting every single detail. Now, how I read it, very obvious that that's abuse. But in a text, sometimes it's hard to get that tone across. Sometimes it could be portrayed as, oh, he's really concerned about me. Or, you know, my girlfriend doesn't want me to get involved with the wrong type people. She's just looking out for me. That's abuse. That's controlling and isolating behaviors that nobody needs to be dealing with. Okay, now that we've covered different types of abuse, I really hope that none of you guys will be part of the 57% of college students that said they don't know how to even define abuse. Now, if you yourself are experiencing any of those things that I pointed out, or you know somebody who has, like Ken said, there's a lot of different things you can do. You can get information and share it with them. You can, you know, contact River House. We've got a 24-hour crisis line. There's always somebody there to talk to. don't have to just talk to the person being abused. We've given out information to help their friends and family talk to them. Because friends and family are actually concerned about those who are going through this. And if somebody does confide in you what's going on, the number one thing for you to do is to believe them and be there for them. Because as the cycle goes on, it never starts out being abused the very first date. You know, you get feelings for these people, you kind of, you know, I love them, oh, it just happened one time, you know, she's overprotective, it's okay, it just means she loves me. Well, as those people are telling them they're worthless, nobody's going to believe you, or this is an abuse, when people they reach out to don't believe them, it's proven the abuser correct. There's also a lot of resources online. loveisrespect.com has a lot of great loveisrespect.org has a lot of great information, not only if you're being abused, but how to talk to friends and family who may be. Our website's got some information in riverhouseinc.org, and you know, when you're on campus, the public safety's got information you can go and talk to. You can talk to counselors and some trusted professors. The worst thing we can do is to remain silent about this. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ami. I am the director of River House, and I don't think I could add anything, say it any better than Ken and Stephanie just did. And I hope that you'll take something with you today. Now I'd like to invite all of you to join us outside. Come up here and grab a balloon and join us outside where we're going to do a balloon launch. Now, just for those of you who are environmentally conscious, as we are, these are biodegradable balloons and strings. So, yeah, just and then there's a bag for you to take to keep and take with you.